Dear students, in this video we are going to discuss about the trick to solve the latent heat problems in heat lesson. Before going to start the session, we have to recall the topics which we learnt in our heat lesson. Those are heat and latent heat. So heat is known as, it is a form of energy, and SI unit of heat is joule and CGS unit of heat is calorie. The formula for heat, Q is equal ms into delta T, where Q is equal amount of heat absorbed, and m is equal mass of the substance, and delta T is equal change in temperature. Just recall the concept of latent heat, that is latent heat. Suppose here is 1 gram mass of solid, and now we have to convert this 1 gram solid to liquid. To convert 1 gram solid into liquid, we have to give some heat energy. This heat energy is called latent heat of fusion. So latent heat of fusion means the amount of heat quantity required for 1 gram solid to convert into liquid without change in temperature is called latent heat of fusion. So when it comes to latent heat of vaporization, suppose here is 1 gram mass of a substance and it is in liquid state, and now we have to convert this 1 gram liquid into vapor state, that means gaseous state. So for this we have to give some heat energy. This heat energy is called latent heat of vaporization. Here latent heat of fusion. So latent heat of fusion can be defined as the amount of heat energy required for 1 gram solid to convert into liquid at constant temperature is called latent heat of fusion. When coming to latent heat of vaporization, the amount of heat quantity required for 1 gram liquid to convert it into gas at constant temperature is called latent heat of vaporization. Here we can see the problems relating to latent heat, and that means how much energy is transferred when 1 gram of boiling water condenses to water at 100 degrees centigrade, and another question, how much energy is transferred when 1 gram of boiling water at 100 degrees centigrade cools to water at 0 degrees centigrade, and another question, how much energy is released or absorbed when 1 gram of water at 0 degrees centigrade freezes to ice at 0 degrees centigrade, and another question, how much energy released or absorbed when 1 gram of steam at 100 degrees centigrade turns to ice at 0 degrees centigrade. All these questions are relating to latent heat regarding to heat lesson. So we have to solve all these problems. So in order to solve all these problems, we have to find one trick to solve all these problems. So let's find the trick. So to find the trick to solve all these problems, let's learn the concept behind this trick. So suppose if you take some ice cubes which are at -4 degrees centigrade in one beaker. Suppose if you take ice cubes, and these ice cubes are at -4 degrees centigrade, ice cubes. Now heat these ice cubes, then what happens? The temperature of these ice cubes increase. That means you are raising this temperature with the time. So this is the temperature. So the temperature of the ice cubes increased, and when the temperature reaches to 0 degrees centigrade, these ice cubes are starting melting. So these are ice cubes, and these ice cubes are started melting. So this is ice cube and at 0 degree centigrade. So then after this the temperature is constant for some time. This temperature remains constant until all the ice cubes are converted into water. So this is water at 0 degree centigrade, water at 0 degree centigrade. And after the temperature of the water increases, and when the temperature reaches to 100 degrees centigrade, when the temperature reaches to 100 degrees centigrade, then it starts boiling. So this is 100 degrees centigrade. When the temperature starts 100 degrees centigrade, it starts boiling. It starts boiling. So this is water and starts boiling. So this stage is called water at 100 degrees centigrade. Water at 100 degrees centigrade. And after that, this process is continued until all the water is evaporated. Till all the water is evaporated. That means this is vapor at 100 degrees centigrade. Vapor at 100 degrees centigrade. So these are the stages involved in solving the problems in heat lesson. So this is the first stage. Suppose if you are asked how much heat energy is required for 1 gram mass of a substance at minus 4 degrees centigrade to convert into ice at 0 degrees centigrade, then we have to use the formula Q is equal ms into delta T. We have to use the formula Q is equal ms into delta T. Here we can see different problems. If it is asked how much heat quantity is required for 1 gram of ice to convert ice at 0 degrees centigrade, that means 1 gram of ice at minus 4 degrees centigrade to 1 gram of ice at 0 degrees centigrade. So this is the first question. That means 1 gram of ice at minus 4 degrees centigrade to 1 gram of ice at 0 degrees centigrade. This is the first case. So if there is a change in temperature, then we can use the formula Q is equal ms into delta T. That means m is mass of the substance, that means 1 gram. S means specific heat of ice, that is 0.5, and delta T means change in temperature, that means 0 minus of minus 4, that is plus 4. So in this way 5 by 10 into 4, this is the answer. 2 calorie is the answer. And when coming to second case, in this way, this is second case. That means how much heat quantity is required for 1 gram of ice at 0 degree centigrade to convert it 1 gram of water at 0 degree centigrade. So this is second case. That means 1 gram of ice at 0 degree centigrade to 1 gram of water at 0 degree centigrade. 1 gram of water at 0 degree centigrade. So in this case we can't see the change in temperature. That means the temperature is constant. So in this way, in this case, we can use the latent heat of fusion. That means 80 calorie per gram. 80 calorie per gram. And in third case, the question will be asked as how much heat quantity is required for 1 gram of water at 0 degree centigrade to convert 1 gram of water at 100 degrees centigrade. And in third case, 1 gram water at 0 degree centigrade to convert 1 gram water at 100 degrees centigrade. So when the question is asked like this, we can use the formula Q is equal ms into delta T. Why? Because here we can see the change in temperature. So if we can find the change in temperature, then we can use the formula Q is equal ms into delta T. And if we cannot find the change in temperature, then we can use the latent heat formula and latent heat value. So K is equal ms into delta T. M means 1 gram, S means specific heat of water, that is 1, and delta T means change in temperature, 100 minus 0, that is 100. So this is called 100 calorie. So in this way the third case will be solved. When coming to fourth case, this is fourth case. How much heat quantity is required for 1 gram water at 100 degrees centigrade to convert 1 gram vapor at 100 degrees centigrade. So to solve this, So this is fourth case, that is 1 gram of water at 100 degrees centigrade to 1 gram vapor at 100 degrees centigrade. So how much heat quantity is required for 1 gram water at 100 degrees centigrade to 1 gram vapor at 100 degrees centigrade? Then we can't find the change in temperature, so we can use the value, that is latent heat of vaporization, that is 540 calorie per gram. So if it is asked 2 grams of water to convert to 2 grams of vapor at 100 degrees centigrade, then we can write the formula L is equal Q by M, and that means Q is equal to LM is equal Q is equal LM. L means latent heat of vaporization, that is 540, into M means 2 grams, that is 2. So this is the answer, 0 to 1080 calories. This is the answer. In this way we can find the answers.